Welcome back. This video we're going to continue to modify the graphs that we started in Excel Pause and Practice E3-1. This one is E3-2. It's on page 620. We're going to start by opening up the Excel file that we were just working on. So as always, we're going to first save. So we change the name of this file. So whatever's coming up here, save a copy or save as, and wherever you've been saving, change the name of this from 3-1 to 3-2. Okay, so first, make sure you're clicked on the Castlake worksheet tab down here. We're going to point to border and edge of the chart object to select it from this chart that we created before. And you'll see the dots come up. Now you know it's selected. And we're going to click the Switch Row Column button under the Chart Tool Design tab. So your Chart Tool Design tab is here, and Switch Row Column is here. What this does is it just changes the way that this data is displayed. So now blue means April, orange means May, and the gray now means June, whereas prior to that, everything was grouped together differently. Blue was the room and cabin rentals, but it was all grouped together by month that way. So we're gonna make it this way. Stick with it for now. Okay, next we're gonna click the Chart Elements button, which is this plus sign. When you click on your chart, it's the plus sign that comes up in the top right corner here. Click on this, and we're going to select the Axis Titles box. This allows you to label your vertical axis and your horizontal axis with more information. We're going to select the horizontal axis placeholder, though. This is the bottom one here, and we're going to press delete because we don't really need this one. There's enough information about what this displays already down here on the bottom. But over here on the left, we're going to select this one, and we're going to change this one to revenue. So highlight this, type in revenue. Okay. That should be it for that. Okay, for step 4, click the quarter 3 sheet tab. So down here at the bottom, click on quarter 3. Click the change chart type button, which is going to be, when we click on this here, we have an option here to change the chart type under the Chart Tools Design tab. We're going to click on the Recommended Charts tab, which is over here. And then we're going to choose the clustered column instead. So when you scroll through this list, clustered column looks like that one here. You can tell what it's called with the title right here in the middle of the screen. Click OK. All right, for step 5, we're going to click the Chart Filters button. So when you select your chart, the Chart Filters is this one here that kind of looks like a funnel. We're going to click on that. And we're going to deselect the excursion box in the series choices. Excursions is this one over here. We're going to click off of that, and now that one won't be displayed once we hit apply. Click apply, and now it goes away. The data is still there, but the bar is not part of this graph. We're going to click the Chart Filters button again, and that makes this pane disappear. Now for step 6, we're going to click the Castlake tab. Select the chart if it's not already selected. Then click the Chart Elements drop-down arrow, which is in the Chart Tools Format tab. So if we go there, the Chart Elements This is the drop-down arrow for the chart elements over here on the left. We're going to choose plot area. That just highlights the plot area. So anything you're trying to change, rather than select it and just clicking around, you can go to this chart elements and choose different pieces of this chart, and it'll highlight the appropriate thing. Okay, so we're going to click next the More button in the Shape Styles group. So here's the Shape Styles. The More button is the arrow with the line. And we're going to choose Subtle Effect Gold Accent 4. So Subtle Effect Gold Accent 4 is this one here. Next, we're going to choose the Shape Outline button, drop-down arrow. And we're going to change that to Black Text 1. It's hard to see what that did, but it put a thin black outline around this chart, the plot area. Next, we're going to go back to the chart elements, and we're going to choose the vertical value axis major grid lines. You'll see that those are highlighted with these little blue dots here on the side. So it's hard to see its faint, but there are faint white lines in between all of this, which is helpful when you're looking at a chart to be able to read it a little bit clearer. We're going to pull the shape outline down again, and we're going to choose Black Text 1 again for that, and that makes that a little bit more visible. Next, back to the chart elements drop-down arrow, and we're going to choose the chart area. It's pretty much the whole entire thing. And we're going to apply a Black Text 1 outline for that as well. Okay, next I'm going to just click off so you can see what we did. So now that I click off, you see there's a thin black outline around the chart itself. There's an outline around the plot area, and all the grid lines are black. The background is now yellow. Now for step 7. We're going to go back to the quarter 3 tab. And then we're going to double click one of the room and cabin rental columns, which is the blue ones, and that's going to open up a format pane over here. Next, click the Fill and Line button. So this little paint bucket here is the Fill and Line. We're going to click on that. Then click Fill, which is going to expand more choices. And we're going to select a picture or texture fill button, which will then allow us to fill this in with texture or a picture from the internet or a file. We're going to click the Online button and do an online search for a picture. Once this comes up, we're going to search for log cabin, since that's what these are all about. This is the room and cabin rentals. We're going to search in the online pictures for log cabin. Press enter. Make sure you leave your Creative Commons only box on. And now you can pick any picture that you like. And we're just going to make this look a little bit fancier. We're going to make it kind of look like a pictograph. So I'm going to choose, I like the little drawings. I'm going to choose this one. Let's see what it looks like. All right, so because of the way that it is originally sized, it's being stretched right now, and it kind of looks a little silly. So what we're going to do instead, over here on the right, is instead of stretching it, we're going to stack it. And that makes it look like a pictograph. Next, we're going to click the Fill choices again, and that'll collapse all of these choices, so we don't have to look at that anymore. And now we're going to choose Border instead. We're going to select the Solid Line choices, and we're going to change the color to Black Text 1. And it's going to put a thin black outline around all of these log cabins that I chose here just to make it stand out a little bit more. Okay, now we can close this task pane here. Just close just this part. Don't close all of Excel out. And then we're on to step 8. So now we're going to triple click the chart title placeholder. When you triple click, see if I can do it right, it selects the whole thing without having to drag your mouse across. The reason why you would want to do that is sometimes dragging will actually pull the chart title over and move it on you. If you click instead, it just selects it for you. We're going to change this chart title to third quarter activity. Okay, again, we're going to triple click it. Whoops. There we go. And change the font size to 32. So I'm going to go back to the Home tab, and the font size choices are here. I'm going to change it to 32, make it much bigger. Next, we're going to click the border area of the chart title. So click off here and click the border of the chart title, if you can grab it. And it's going to give you some options here. In the Chart Tools Format tab, we're going to choose the More button under the Word Styles. So here's the Word Styles, here's the More button. And we're going to choose the Fill Gray 25%, Background 2, Inner Shadow choice. That's the third row right here. Okay, now last step is to format the legend. So we're going to click down here and select the legend. We're going to go back to the Home tab again and change the font size of this to 12. Makes it a little bit easier to read. And if you click off, you'll be able to see the border that you put around here. And that's it for this one. So we're going to save it. I'm going to save a copy just to back up. All right, and you can leave this one open just like before because we've got one more to do that's going to deal with the charts and graphs. That'll be in the next video.